Hey guys, it's Mooty here, and today I have a look-up battle against someone off of Twitter. If you want to battle me, then you can follow me on Twitter, and usually if I'm asking for a battle, then I'll find someone and you get a chance to battle me if I pick you, because a lot of people want to battle, and I try and battle everyone I can and try and get to as many people as I can. So this guy actually asked me to look-up battle, and not a lot of people end up doing that. Thanks, Martin. Hi. So, he has, okay, I can't remember that thing's name, but there's Why Not, there's Litleo, there's Tyrantrum, there's Bulbasaur, and Machop. So, I think that there is, alright, so far he has 2 weaknesses to flying, then he's got freaking ice, electric, rock, some crap there, but either way, he's got no fire types, so I figure the best thing for me to lead off with would be Ferroseed, because Ferroseed just ends up doing a good job against all of that. The only thing that I would not want him to lead off with is possibly Machop because of a fighting type attack, and I'm not going to enjoy that if it ends up happening. So, although maybe I can live one fighting type attack because I am physically defensive, so maybe I'll live it. I don't know. So, if you guys do enjoy these videos, by the way, you could just like them so I know, because I just want to do whatever tiers you guys enjoy most between Little Cup, Ubers, VGC, and sometimes OU are the most common ones that I do. I never really ventured like below the OU. Whatever, so he leads off with Tyrant. I don't know why I said Tyrantrum, but yeah, if I mess up the names, it happens because I'm just not acquainted with all of them, and I'm just a bad person. So, I'm gonna Stealth Rock. I just set up the rocks. I honestly expected him to Stealth Rock as well, because Tyrant can carry Stealth Rock, but he just goes into the Litleo. I don't know why I said he had no fire types when he clearly had a Litleo. I don't know what I'm saying sometimes, but luckily he didn't lead off with it, because that would have given me problems. So he can lead off with this, he can go into this thing, that's fine. I think that what I can end up doing now is going in, I could go into Froakie, but that's kind of frail, so I can go into Chinchou to try and resist that, and hopefully it ends up working out. So, I mean, either way, I resist fire. I don't resist normal, so that goes for a Dark Pulse. Alright, that doesn't do a lot, so whatever. I have to plug it in. Great. I had to plug in my laptop. What I want to do now, though, I don't know. I'm a Violite. I'm not Choice Scarfed. Some of these end up being Choice Scarfed. I think that he might switch out, but the best thing that I could do is just Thunder Wave whatever comes in, because it's kind of obvious that he's going to switch out. There's no reason for him to stay in. So whatever's coming in is getting Thunder Wave, which is why not. So this thing, I've actually never had to deal with this thing in Little Cup ever, but if it functions as annoyingly as a freaking, what do you call it, Wobbuffet, then I don't want to know. I don't want to know at all, so. Alright, freaking Shadow Tag. I guess the best thing for me to do is just Scald it. Actually, no, I could just Volt Switch out. I could Volt Switch out, so that's fine. We're not trapped here. We could just Volt Switch out. That does a good amount, and then he's probably gonna end up going for the Mirror Magic freaking whatever coat. And then I'm just gonna go into Ferroseed. Do I have any attacking moves? I mean, I could go to Ferroseed and then Leech Seed's stall. It's not really stall, but he actually gets paralyzed, and now I feel bad. Oh, Parahacks. I'm gonna set up a layer of spikes. I could set up a Leech Seed, but I think spikes would be better, because I know that he can't do anything to me, so he probably has to switch out back into Litleo, if anything, or I guess he can choose to try and let it stay in, but because Ferroseed is so cute when he buries himself into the ground, and then he's just like staring at you with his like yellow eyes. But yeah, he withdraws, so it's actually not often to where I actually get to have like legit LC matches, because some people aren't exactly familiar with all the rules. I love it when Ferrothorn does things. He just like explodes his spikes from everywhere, and it's so awesome. Now Machop, I don't have much. Actually no, I have a Honedge. So unless he has something that's a dark type attack, I'm good. I think. Pretty sure. So, Honedge. Pretty sure I'm okay if I go into Honedge right now. So he goes for the dynamic punch, and we're good. Alright. Honedge's typing is just amazing. And I know they're like suspect testing Aegislash right now because it's just that good. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Aegislash. I could... The thing is, I have a feeling, because I know Machamp carries like Payback or some dark type attack, so I kind of don't want to risk it and end up doing that. So I actually think I'm just going to go into Chinchou here, because pretty much, unless he's Choice Scarfed, he's stuck into that, but he withdraws, which tells me either he's choiced or he just doesn't have a dark type attack. But he goes into Volby, which actually, the switch I made right now really ends up being good for me because I can threaten him out so easily. And if anything, he might just go into the Wynaut again. He has nothing with Volt Absorb or anything, so I'm good there. I might as well just Volt Switch, and even if he stays in like he does, he's still going to take a lot of damage, being super effective to it. I guess he can Roost, that's also a possibility. But I know, okay, this thing can also carry Defog. That's also a thing. Defog is a thing. So, Froakie, honestly, I think Froakie is the best thing right now. If he goes for a Roost, then I guess he gains back health, but I can transform into an Ice type. No, he goes for the Defog. Alright. That's fine. Because, either way, I could just go for a Water type attack, and it'll be Stab, or I can just go for the Ice type attack, but I really don't think he's gonna stay in. So does he have any what? Because I know he has a Fire type, then he has the Machop. Okay, he has the Machop, the Tyrant. I actually don't think he has a lot of Water Resist, so I'm just going to go for the Surf here as he withdraws, and that's fine. I could go for the Hydro Pump, but I don't want to risk the miss. So going into Wynaut, as long as it's a 2-hit KO, I'm fine. Which yeah, it definitely is. That was a crit. But I mean, it would have been a 2-hit KO either way because I would have outsped with the Choice Scarf then. So either way, I mean, he would have died. It just took one less turn to do it. So he goes into Bulbasaur now. Right, Bulbasaur was, okay. Bulbasaur was his only resist. So I mean, I could easily go into Pharaoh Seed and resist any Leech Seed, any grass type attack, literally anything, and then I can try and get up my rocks again, unless he goes into Volby. No, he goes into Leo. Damn, alright, that's fine, that's actually fine. Now I think just going into Chinchou, surprisingly enough, like most of my Pokemon right now are in really good health, so there's no reason I shouldn't go into Chinchou right now, honestly. The only thing I guess I would probably need it for is for the Volby, but that thing is almost dead. So I resist a Flamethrower, and that's fine. And I get a Burn, but I mean, I guess the Burn is annoying, but it doesn't really matter. Good thing I'm not a physical attacker to where it actually matters, so I can just end up scalding this thing. And possibility of burning something that comes in is also nice. I really think he's going to go into the Bulbasaur because it's really the only logical thing to do right now. But he might also fear something like an Ice Beam or Volt Switch and decide to go into something, or just even stay in at that point. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure like the amount of versatility in moves that Chinchou can have makes it kind of annoying to deal with. Especially because it also gets Volt Absorb, so if you have any electric type attackers, then that just completely screws you up because it just gives you back health. And I love him. He's one of my favorite low cut pokes for that reason. And he actually gets used a lot. Well, he got used a lot in 5th gen. I'm not sure now in 6th gen, but I was wary of putting 2 water types on my team, but honestly, Chinchou is so cute and adorable that I just decided to do it. So he goes into Tyrant here, which he's gonna end up taking some damage. It's not really a lot. It would have been nice to get a burn on it, but it doesn't always happen. The thing is, I feel like I need this thing for Litleo, but I also have a Froakie, so it's not the worst thing in the world. And I do have things to deal with Volby. That's why I'm almost thinking about getting rid of this thing and just going for an Ice Beam right now. And maybe I'll get a good amount of damage off on it. So it's decent. It's super effective, but it's decent. Rock Tomb is definitely going to kill me. Critical hit, I really don't think it mattered because I was only at 4 HP. So basically here, I can bring in whatever I want, and I think the best option for me to do is Froakie because it's going to outspeed anything. And I could just go for a water type attack. The only thing that I don't think he's gonna bring in. Honestly, the Litleo is the annoying thing, but there's no reason for him to switch it in, and I might as well just go for Ice Beam here. He's probably gonna end up leaving it in because it's at such low health, and at this amount of health, he's gonna end up dying anyway. So then I'll give him a chance to see what I lock myself into if he even thinks that I'm choiced yet. Like, I really like Choice Scarf Froakie. That's what I've been using, and it literally outspeeds any other Choice Scarf Pokemon. Like Magnemite is also a popular one. So knowing that I'm locked into Ice Beam, he goes into Litleo, and that's one of the things that gives me problems. So I'm just gonna go into Flabebe. Flabebe really doesn't do much for me right now, so I'm just gonna go into it. And I mean, I could stay in, but I'm not gonna be doing a lot, and I can't do much else. So because Flabebe, I haven't even used you before, but let me see if I can pass off a wish to someone. I don't even need to because most of my Pokemon are at full health, so wish is kind of pointless for me to do. So I'm just gonna go straight up for the Moonblast. And I mean, if he brings in something like no, he brings in Bulbasaur, so it's alright, I guess. The Bulbasaur is really the most annoying thing right now because of it does nothing. And, well, I mean, obviously, my recording ended up freezing, and that's why. Oh, I think it only just started. So my recording ended up freezing, so I it skipped a turn, and I tried to do with it what I could. This is like the second time it happened, so screw xSplit. And he went into Litleo again, but honestly, I can't do much to it, and there's no point in me staying in. But at the same time, he has things like Machop, which the only really thing I need this for is, I guess, Bulbasaur. So I'm just going into Flabebe, and I don't really take a lot from the Flamethrower, and what I could just do right now is go for a Wish or the Fire Blast. I could just go for the Wish and restore my HP and just keep going into this thing, even if he decides to go into Bulbasaur now. Or, well, he decides to stay in, so that's not even that big of a deal. There is a chance that I will end up dying from the next Fire Blast, so we're gonna protect. We're gonna stay safe and protect. I mean, it's really obvious, but I don't want to risk Flabebe fainting. It's kind of like on the border of fainting. So I mean, he switches out, which is kind of obvious, but back into Bulbasaur. But I mean, Bulbasaur is alright, I guess. I get a lot of HP back, so this thing has more longevity. I just need to keep this thing around for literally Litleo, and I could just go back into Ferroseed. It's gonna be just a whole circle of me going into Ferroseed, him going into Litleo, basically until one of them dies. So I think that, I mean, this time he has to go back into Litleo. He just has to go back into Litleo, so we're going into Froakie. Yes, you withdraw Bulbasaur. We are going to end this thing of going in a circle. Alright, he goes into Volby this time. That's fine. Volby is pretty much dead after I go for a surf or a well, I'm going for a surf. I'm not risking the freaking hydro pump miss at this point. I'm going for a surf. And at this point, I mean, the thing is really weakened, so I doubt he's going to keep it in. And we're going to kill it off. So it's not going to be able to roost or any annoying crap like that. And I mean, if I get to set up I'm not even going to set up stealth rocks at this point. There's really no point. So, Brokey, you are a champion. And that also means he can't go into Litleo right now. He can go into Bulbasaur, which obviously I have a lot to fear. But I have a feeling if he goes into I can't even speak anymore. He goes into Machop, which is actually, I don't mind that. I'm just going for a surf and kind of hoping that I kill it because I have nothing. Well, I should have just gone into Honedge, but if he goes for a dark type attack now, then that would kind of screw Honedge over. And he withdraws, I guess predicting me to switch this time, but I really didn't think I had a reason to switch, and goes into Bulbasaur. So Bulbasaur is going to take some health from Surf. If it's gonna, it might be a 2-hit KO. It might be a 2-hit KO, so I'm gonna go for another Surf because if I get this thing out, then that is a huge help right now. And it takes it out. Thank you, because this was, I guess, the only thing he had to switch into Flabébé before, so it definitely helps that it's gone. And now he gets to go back into Machop. And I have no reason to not go for a Surf, so I'm just going to go for a Surf. If I risk Dynamic Punch, then that's fine. At that point, I can go into Honedge. It does, okay, it does almost a lot, but Dynamic Punch almost takes me out. It gets me confused. But since rocks aren't up, I want to go into the Honedge right now and then hopefully be immune to that unless that's not the case. Like, the only reason I can imagine him switching Machop in is if he was choiced, honestly. Otherwise, I don't know. But at this point, he has a Litleo, which, I mean, I guess I'm going for a Sacred Sword. I could easily Automize, but you know what? I'm going for Automize. He withdraws, I'm going for Automize, because if he hits me with a fire type attack, then I'm pretty sure I can take it and then just end up going for weakness policy if he decides to hit me. Or if I'm lucky enough, I could take it out with a Sacred Sword. Possibly take it out with a Sacred Sword. I guess we'll see. We'll see how much it ends up doing right now, because I believe Litleo is part normal. So, did almost took it out. I guess we'll see how much the Flamethrower does, and it ends up killing me. I was kind of hoping partially that I can live it, but the good news is that here the Froakie can pretty much take care of the other two pokes, because they're both weakened, and a Surf should be enough to just take them out and outspeed them, barring any priority. So the Surf will take this guy out, and unless Machop has any priority, then well, if the Machop has priority, then I mean we'll improvise from there. But we also have a Fletchling with acrobatics and Gale Wings that's gonna end up killing it really easily if he does have any priority. So we end up winning. So yeah, the Surf ends up killing it, and I'm sorry that the thing cut off in the middle, but like it was just like one turn that you missed, and I don't know why that happened, and I'm gonna try and fix it. But I love you guys so very much, and follow me on Twitter if you want to try and get a battle with me, and I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I love you guys very, very much, and subscribe to my channel if you want more Pokemon things. Yay! So I love you guys, and bye!